Welcome back, Dunkaholics. We're here with year three of the Madden 26 Cleveland Browns realistic rebuild. If you tune in to part two, it was dog shit for the dog pound, whole shit show. My mic did go dead halfway through the video, so there was no audio for that part. But nothing's gonna stop me. We're gonna keep pushing forward through any technical difficulties. We're gonna push forward through this difficult rebuild with this difficult ass team. We fell short of making the playoffs. It came down to the last game of the regular season, win to get in, and we didn't win. Lost that game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We controlled our own fate, and we sealed our own fate. But we did win free agency. We made some big splashes with the cap room that we had, and we're just gonna keep strengthening the strengths of this team and continuing to deal with the weaknesses of this team. I don't want to keep dealing with the weaknesses of this team because we want to make those weaknesses stronger. We want to make those weaknesses the strength of this team. But with all that being said, let's waste no more time and let's meet the roster of the team, the squad here before preseason starts here in year three. And actually, before we meet the roster, the squad, the team here in preseason, before preseason starts, we are going to go to the trade center. We're going to go to Trade Finder, and we're going to make a trade to improve one of those weaknesses that I was talking about. And the main weakness on this team is the most important position of this team, and that is the quarterback position. We are trading for the quarterback, Kyler Murray, who has 2 years left on his deal. He's 30 years old now, still has that star dev, but you see he is the backup quarterback to a quarterback that we probably should have drafted last year in the draft, seeing he's like an 86 superstar dev now. But we need to add to this quarterback group. So Kyler Murray, we're gonna get some offers, and they want Harold Fannin. Ain't happening. Third and a fifth, fourth and a seventh, and then Grant Delpit, not happening. So I do like the draft pick ones. Let's see, there's 2028 fourth, 2034, 2029 seventh. So 2/4 and a seventh. Or we can give him a third and a fifth. I think I'm gonna take the 2/4 and a seventh, and we'll accept that offer, and we add Kyler Murray. So you did just meet one of the newest teammates to the roster, the team, the squad here. Now let's meet the rest of the roster before the preseason starts here in year three. At quarterback, you saw we just added Kyler Murray. He is now a Cleveland Brown, as we will have open competition at quarterback. But our quarterback last season was Shedeur Sanders. We handed the keys over to him after Dylan Gabriel drove away, after Kirk Cousins got lost along the way. But Shedeur was not ready for the prime time. 3,311 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. Bro was averaging at least 3 interceptions a game. And it's not even the interceptions that I'm really disappointed about, because it was really his first year as the full-time starter. It was the fact that the offensive line, we only gave up 28 sacks, so they really were protecting him. We had, decent weapons on offense, strong run game, and 24 interceptions. So we're giving Shedeur one more chance to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. And if he is not prime time this season, he's not going to have any more time left as a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. It's non-negotiable. And you see, we just made the trade for Kyler Murray. We're going to let them battle out in camp, but we are eyeing Shedeur as the starting quarterback for week one. And then we'll make the transition to a Kyler Murray, or maybe this Alexander Wilborn guy that we drafted in the 7th round. And then we also brought in Marcus Mariota. He has that mentor tag, went to Oregon like Dylan Gabriel, so he's kind of like a Dylan Gabriel replacement. But now we got 4 quarterbacks. Hopefully that lights a fire under Shedeur Sanders' ass, and he starts playing better, and he limits those turnovers, because we cannot have those type of turnovers. But this offense runs through Quinshon Judkins. He has been the most consistent player on this team through this rebuild. He did have a down year last season, getting under 1,000 yards, but he still averaged over 4 yards per carry. Had double-digit touchdowns. He has not fumbled the ball. He breaks for long runs. We're gonna keep, running this team through Quinshawn Junkins and Dylan Sampson, who we finally used last season. We didn't use him his rookie year. I know we had Kareem Hunt last season. We let him walk, so now it will be Dylan Sampson and Quinshawn Junkins for that 1-2 punch. We also have Raheem Sanders, who was a part of that same draft along with them. At fullback, we've missed at this position when it comes to drafting, but we have two young fullbacks. We're going to let them, we're going to utilize both of them or one of them. At receiver, which is probably the weakest part of this offense outside of quarterback, is receiver. We got Jerry Jeudy still, but we really wanted to focus on getting a big time playmaking weapon at receiver if Shador is going to be the quarterback or whoever our quarterback is going to be. If we do want to give Shador another chance, at least put some weapons around him to see if that'll help him play better. So we took Ben Acosta in the first round, hidden dev, rookie wide receiver. You pair him up with, Jerry Jeudy, who has been okay, solid for us. We just brought in Curtis Samuel, Isaiah Bond, who I want to continue to develop. Larvadane is a good fourth, fifth wide receiver. So still the same kind of receiver group. Add a couple of heads in there, but with the draft pick of Ben Acosta, see if that'll help Shador out. At tight end, we still got Harold Fannin. We brought in Darren Waller to be the tight end too, kind of playing that Harold Fannin role when we still had David Njoku. Left tackle, we got our 6'9", 336-pound Ben Feliz, superstar young left tackle. We brought in Matt Parrott to mentor him. Tevin Jenkins at guard. We drafted another guard to back him up. We got our second-year center. We have Wyatt Teller still on the team, Zach Zenner, Jack Conklin, and the offensive line as a group. They did their thing. They was blocking for Shador, not giving up a lot of sacks. So still doesn't explain why he was throwing 3 picks a game. Burton, I do want to see him take a big step in his sophomore year. He did have 6 sacks, 13 TFLs. Not a bad rookie year, especially when you're playing alongside Myles Garrett. He did bring in Jadeveon Clowney. You see the trend. We're adding mentors to the positions where we have young players that need to develop. But we had Myles Garrett, who had a Myles Garrett type S season, 13 and a half sacks. I still want to see more. It's funny when we're controlling Myles Garrett, he's not getting 30, 40, 50 sacks a season. But I think he'll get back to it. It's Myles Garrett. Still got Alex Wright. But when I said we won free agency, we had a lot of cap room, and we have a top 5 defense, and I felt like this was the time to start spending money. If our quarterback is not going to play up to par, we at least need to have a defense that can carry this team. Yes, we have Mason Graham, who has developed to a young superstar defensive tackle. We still got Mike Hall Jr., who's a young star D tackle, and then we got all these other guys down here to fill out the depth chart. But DeForest Buckner, at 33 years old, he's still an X factor. We've seen him sitting there in free agency, threw some money at him. He bought in, and that's just going to make our defense, especially our defensive line, even more scary. We got Jerome Baker, who was still under contract, so it made sense to let Devin Bush walk. Why pay him that money when we still have, another 30-year-old star dev linebacker at Sam linebacker. Middle linebacker Carson Schlesinger, who's already up to an X factor going into his 3rd year. He's been tackle machine, 154 tackles in both seasons, 6 TFL. He just gets better every single season. So love having him at Mike linebacker. And then at will, we still got JLK, Winston Reed, and we brought in Devin White. At cornerback, we got Denzel Ward, Tyson Campbell, and then along with DeForest Buckner, we brought in Marlon Humphrey, pulling him away from the Baltimore Ravens, a division rival. He is superstar dev still, and he thought he had a mentor tag, but says award winner. Still has superstar dev. And then we have a couple of young corners. We got Duhan, who we took last year. And then, speaking of the Ravens, we drafted Derrick Henry at corner. Now, this is funny. Derrick Henry, who plays for the Ravens, we drafted him to the Browns, went to college at Pitt. Those are, outside of the Bengals, all the teams in the AFC North. What could we mention of the Bengals? The fact that we have orange as a team color, like the Bengals. But another young corner with hidden depth. So adding more weapons to the defense to carry this team. We got Ronnie Hickman at safety, Donovan McMillan, Grant Delpit. Still got Andre Smith at kicker and Corey Bojorquez at punter. It's time to simulate the preseason. We did sit guys like Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett. Don't want any of them, getting injured before the regular season starts, because we need our defense at full strength if we want to win any games. We do win the first game against the Tampa Bay Bucks, 24-18. And did Kyler Murray not play? He didn't. It was Marcus Mariota who threw an interception. Shador was 3 of 5, only 1 sack. Quinshon Judkins ran the ball. Marcus Mariota did rush for a touchdown. Receiving, Larvadain was the only receiver that scored a touchdown. And then defensively, Alex Wright, Jerome Baker, Josh Morgan, Mike Hall, Brett Burton, Jadeveon Clowney, all with half sacks. Our rookie safety from last season, Nick Barkley, he got an interception. Smith making his field goal, and we get the win. Did we trade for like an injured Kyler Murray? I never put him on the depth chart. My bad. So this game we're gonna go with Kyler Murray as the starter, with Shador as the backup, and then Mariota. I don't think Wilbon, he's going to be the odd man out. He's just going to have to be our 4th quarterback or just go to the practice squad, because Mariota, Sanders, Murray will get the edge above him. Do we have any more position battles? We'll go with Costa as wide receiver 1. We'll go with Isaiah Bond as our wide receiver 3. And then everybody else, yeah, we're benching DeForest Buckner, benching Mason Graham. We'll go Henry. Simulate week 2 in the preseason. We lose that one to the Cardinals, who we just traded with for Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray revenge game, and he was 6 of 12, got sacked 4 times. Mind you, he played with the starters too. Shador, 14 of 24, 2 touchdowns, no picks. So Shador, he was playing against backups, but Dylan Sampson with a touchdown. Touchdown for Darren Waller, Curtis Samuel, a couple of guys that we brought in free agency. Jack Conklin giving up 3. I don't like seeing that. Mike Hall, Alex Wright, Tyson Campbell with the pick. 57-yarder from Schmidt. We do have an injury, and it is Dylan Sampson. And then I think this final game we're going to go with we're going to go with Marcus Mariota and Wilbon. We have backup running backs. Let's go with Larvadain over him. D tackle, we'll go with Juan Howard. And then at corner, we'll go Humphrey, Darden, Hawkins. We'll go Kane. Final preseason game. No more injuries, because now Dylan Sampson will be out a couple of weeks, and we go 1-2 in the preseason. Every single game was close, 24-28. We lose to the Falcons. Wilborn throws a touchdown and an interception. Marcus Mariota does not throw any interceptions or a touchdown. Got sacked 4 times. He was very efficient though, 14 and 19. I think Mariota, Kyler Murray, And of course, Shador will all make the team. Wilbon will probably go on the practice squad. 2 touchdowns for Quinshon Junkins, getting all the carries because of the injury to Dylan Sampson. Touchdown for Larverdane. And then we had Mike Hall Jr., who's had a great preseason. Brett Burton, JOK with the half a sack and a pick. Schmidt making all his field goals. Now it's time to look at the final stats of the preseason before we finalize the regular season roster. So Mariota could be a cut candidate, but because of that mentor tag, and look at the tag on Shador, trade target Young. They think we should trade him, huh? Probably because I traded for Kyler. But Shador will be the starter. Kyler will be the backup until Shador messes up. Notice I said until he messes up, predicting that he will mess up at some point in the season. Quinshon, Larverdane, Isaiah Bond beats out Curtis Samuel for wide receiver 3, but it was a close battle. Jerry Jeudy will be wide receiver 2. Where's our rookie wide receiver? Yeah, he's going to start. And then Mike Hall, who led the team in sacks. I said he had a great preseason game, or preseason season. And we do have another injury, and it is Wyatt Teller, our best offensive lineman. We do have to cut 13 players, so starting with the quarterbacks, Wilbon will go to the PS. We will put Hitchens on the PS. Guess we'll go with this fullback. We'll keep the other one that we had last season. We have our tight ends. We have our offensive linemen. Why do we need to cut 13 people? It doesn't even seem like we have that many players on the team. So I know I wasn't counting when I was doing the cuts. I know that wasn't 13 players. Why does it seem like we don't have, okay, tackle position? Even then. Go ahead, Rashad Burns. Still got to cut 2 players. I mean, we have a lot of corners. Kind of want to keep Darden and Trey Hawkins. I do want to keep Devin White. And then I guess we'll move Devin White inside to Mike. Still got to cut 1 more player. Don't want it to be Mariota. Could do one of these defense tackles. I like the depth, though, that we got. It's either Mariota, Trey Hawkins, or Ty Robinson. I'm going to go with Mariota. We can always bring him back if one of the quarterbacks gets injured. So Like I said, we're going to keep the defense as the best part of this team, and they're going to have to carry us uh, this season. We do want to make the playoffs. We were one game away, even though we didn't deserve to even be in that position last season. One game away from making the playoffs. So with this team getting better, the younger players developing, the defense getting even better, should be able to do it. So going back to the depth chart, all the starters, we have Shador and then Kyler Murray, Junkins, Sanders. We will get Dylan Sampson back when he is back from injury. Tight ends, those are the backup fullbacks. Receivers, we got Acosta, then Judy, Bond, Larvadain, Curtis Samuel, Darren Waller, Harold Fannin, Darren Waller. We'll go Feliz, Pert. We'll go Jenkins, Holiday, Zach Zenner. Wyatt Teller is out, so Zinter will start. And then at tackle, we have Jack Conklin and Levinston. Burton and Clowney, Myles Garrett and right. The tackle will be Buckner. It will be Mason Graham, Mike Hall, Ty Robinson, Morgan, and then the rookie. Another thing I like about the defense in this team, we have players like Brett Burton, who won't have all the pressure on him because he's playing with a Myles Garrett. Mason Graham, who's had all the pressure on him, and he's built for it, but doesn't need all the pressure on him because we have a DeForest Buckner. So like Mike Hall doesn't need any pressure on him because he has both Buckner and Graham now. We have Baker, Devin White. We'll go with Reed, and then Devin White, because he was originally the will linebacker. Corner, we will have Denzel Ward, Tyson Campbell, because he's played so good on the outside. And then Marlon Humphrey will be in the slot. We have the rookie Derrick Henry, and we have Duhan. Still got Hawkins and Harden, who will play mostly special teams with their speed. Let's go with free safety. I want to get Derrick Henry on the field as much as possible. And then strong safety, Barkley, but we will go with probably Duhan back there. And then kick return, we have Duhan, Derrick Henry, Larvadain, Curtis Samuel, Acosta, Isaiah Bond. I think Isaiah Bond will use him for like punt return. So Sanders is going to be playing running back too, so we don't want him getting injured on special teams. Yeah, we could throw Hawkins. We'll throw Hawkins, and we will throw. I have a lot of defensive backs down there, so we'll take. Take Derrick Henry out. Actually, we'll leave him right there. And then punt return will be. Where's the other corner? Miles Harden. Curtis Samuel. Isaiah Bond. And Sanders. So Duhan, Derrick Henry. Let's go Larvadain. Now Isaiah Bond, Curtis Samuel. Kickoff start will be Corey Bojorquez. Third down back will be Dylan Sampson when he returns, but for right now, it's going to be all Quinshon Junkins. For the gadget player, let's put Acosta in there. It's going to use him for everything. And then power back will be Quinshawn Junkins. Slot receiver will be Isaiah Bond, Curtis Samuel Larvadain. Rush left end will be Myles Garrett because he made the Pro Bowl playing on that side. He had the 8.5 sacks when he was on his right side. And then we'll go Jadeveon Clowney. And then on the right, we will go with Burton, Wright, and Jadeveon Clowney. Rush D tackle will be DeForest Buckner. With Hall and Mason Graham. And then nose tackle will be Mason Graham. DeForest Buckner. Instead of Mike Hall, we're going to go with the 6'6", 344 Morgan. Sub linebacker will be Schlesinger, JLK Baker. Slot corner will be Marlon Humphrey. And then Derrick Henry and Duhan. And that is the team. Let's advance the week. Do we have any C-Patch jersey? I like to name the team captains after preseason. We actually do. So I know I gave one back to Wyatt Teller last season. Garrett has one. Schlesinger. It's either going to go to Schlesinger or Quinshawn Junkins. Do we have any people on offense that's a team captain outside of Wyatt Teller who does not have the team captain? I think all of our team captains are on defense outside of Wyatt Teller. Oh, we can actually name another. So, yeah, we need more on offense. So I was going to do either Quinshawn Junkins, Schlesinger, or Mason Graham. But since we have a lot on defense, we're going to go Quinshawn Junkins. We run the offense through him. So he deserves it. And if we have another one, it will go to Schlesinger. Yeah. So I have more C's to give out. More C's than I thought. Yeah, so Mason Graham will be next up in line whenever a veteran gives up their C on their jersey. Let's advance the week, get to the regular season. And for this season, after what we did in part 2, in year 2, going 8-9, I think we should be able to go 9-8, maybe 10 wins, maybe even 11 wins. We are 86 overall, 83 offense, 91 defense. You see how the defensive rating, you can't even compare it to the offense. But we had 3 players get stolen from us by the damn Chargers, the Rams, and the Broncos. So, please have some quarterbacks. Yes, number 1 player is a quarterback. There's 4 quarterbacks in the top 10 prospects. Shador. You know how he throws up his wrist? Yeah. You better watch that time because the clock is ticking on you being the starting quarterback for the Browns. Final look at the team before we start simulating, before we start losing, I want to say, because I know we're going to start losing these games. Zenter playing for Wyatt Teller right now, and then Sanders playing for Dylan Sampson. Those are our 2 injuries on offense, and then the defense fully healthy. First game against the LA Rams at home, dog pound. We lose 28-7. We couldn't run the ball. 2 turnovers, 2 picks, 6 sacks. So the offensive line, do they just not want to block for Shador? Is he throwing his offensive lineman under the bus like sometimes he did at Colorado? Junkins, I mean, great game plan by the Rams. They know we run through Quinshawn Junkins, and they shut him down. So, props to them. Rondale Moore. But Isaiah Bond was our leading receiver. Where is the rookie? Acosta had one catch, and that one catch, the first catch of his NFL career, went for 8 yards and a touchdown. He is going to be a problem. Three sacks for Jared Verse, one sack for Mason Graham. No picks. And now we have the Steelers at home, division game. And we get our first win of the season, first home game of the season, or first home win of the season, first division win of the season. 24-21. It was a close game. We shut the running game down. We did not run the ball. We didn't turn the ball over that many times as we always do. 2 touchdowns to 1 pick, 4 sacks though. I don't know what's going on with the offensive line. Maybe it's because Wyatt Teller is out. 2 touchdowns for Torrey Horton now on the Steelers. I don't like seeing that, but go Hawks. Isaiah Bond, 4 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Acosta, 5 and 60, and a touchdown for Darren Waller. Myles Garrett, DeForest Buckner, 2 picks for Marlon Humphrey, the newest Brown. And we have another injury, and it is Jack Conklin. So our 2 veterans on the offensive line, especially on that right side, both of them out. Big reason why we can't run the ball right now with Quinshawn Junkins. Get Dylan Sampson back, though. We have a defense lineman breakout, and this is Mason Graham. Now, I'm going to do how would we describe him? He's a superstar. He's a superstar depth trait. So let's just call it what it is. So we get Dylan Sampson back. He will be our 3rd down back. I know they like to put him on special teams as well. And boom, there he is. So they just switched up my whole rotation. So Bond, we're going to go with, I guess, Dylan Sampson. And then kick return, we still have the same guys there. So Wyatt Teller and both Jack Conklin out on that right side. We have the 2-0 Chargers. Two and 0 Chargers.
2-0 Chargers. 2-0 Chargers.
And the Chargers will remain undefeated. We fall to 1-2, 27-28, 1-point game. That's a heartbreaker. I mean, they were up 14-0 in the first quarter. We scored 14 unanswered in the second. We both scored a touchdown in the third, and then it was just a 1-point difference in the fourth quarter, which was the 1-point difference in the entire game, 28-27. We just cannot run the football this season. teams are game planning against us. I mean, Shador 302, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. He knows we're eyeing those other quarterbacks in the draft. 3 touchdowns for Mario Hampton with the hat trick. And Isaiah Bond, Ben Acosta, 6 catches, 85 yards, 3 touchdowns. We may have found our wide receiver one. Jerry Jeudy had 4 for 50. And Schlesinger with 2 sacks, Mason Graham with a sack, and then no field goals, no punts inside the 20. Defensive lineman breakout. Did Mason Graham have? Yeah, so he didn't hit whatever scenario. He still has superstar development. I mean, I'd rather him still have superstar development than regress to a star or normal. Quarterback breakout. This breakout right here has a chance to take it a step forward. I think we let him air it out this week. What do you think? We let him air it out. We don't know how many interceptions he's going to throw. So I'm going to choose a new goal. Yes, 65 completion percentage and 1 or fewer interceptions on the minimum of 20 attempts because we need to run the damn football. Getting Shador up the star dev could, man, all these breakouts. Now we have a receiver breakout. This has got to be Isaiah Bond or the rookie Acosta. He had 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Bond. Oh, man. Let's get him 75 receiving yards and a touchdown. Easy goal. So Wyatt Teller is back. That should help out the running game and Quinshawn Junkins and Dylan Sampson just a little bit more before we get Jack Conklin back. So advance the week, we got the Steelers, who I think we already beat them. So we have a chance to get the brooms, get the dustpans out, and we sweep the Steelers. That's a little mini Super Bowl victory for me. Whenever I can beat the Steelers, sweep them both times. This time though it wasn't close. We go to Pittsburgh 35-18. We ran it, we passed it. Look how much of a difference Wyatt Teller made. He gets back in the lineup at right guard, and we go for 104 rushing yards. No turnovers for Shador. 2 touchdowns. No, I think he hit on his scenario. He might be a star dev now. 3 picks for Friedman, so he like swapped bodies with Shador for 1 game. Quinshawn, really, it was both running backs. Dylan Sampson. So all the players that were injured making their way back. Curtis Samuel with a 70-yard bomb as our wide receiver 4. Ben Acosta, 5 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Isaiah Bond didn't do anything. Myles Garrett with a sack and a half. Jerome Baker with the sack. Have a sack for Burton, Tyson Campbell, Marlon Horn, and Denzel Ward. All 3 corners. All with 5 tackles. Get interceptions. 5 and 5 for Andre Schmidt. Love to see him win another Kicker of the Year award. We are 2-2, back at 500. We have Cincinnati, who's 3-1. Quarterback breakout for Shador. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He might be a new star dev. They just gave him XP. Isaiah Bond in hit, so we're not going to click that. We have a new injury, and it is Isaiah Bond. So Isaiah Bond doesn't get the scenario, and he dislocates his elbow out 2 to 4 weeks. That is okay because we have Curtis Samuel. I think, though, for the slot receiver, we're not going to go with Curtis Samuel. We're going to go with the rookie wide receiver, Acosta, then Jeudy, and Samuel. Just to get Acosta some more targets. See if we can beat the Bengals on the road. They're 3-1, probably leading the division. I don't know what the Ravens' record is right now. Got to be good. And we can't beat the Bengals 17-14. Shut the running game down. 2 turnovers for Shador. Junkins has been shut down this whole season. He's still getting like a good average, still getting touchdowns, but not rushing for 100 yards.
Larvadain got in 4 catches for 50, so just using all of our wide receivers. DeForest Buckner. Man, they just hitting us with the injury bug. And Isaiah Bond, oh, he was already out. Dylan Sampson hurt again. Can't stay off the injured list. Making sure that all of our specialties are still set the way we set it. Costa, Judy, Samuel, yep. So, got the Patriots, undefeated. Man, we got a really tough schedule. Probably the hardest schedule in the league. But we end the Patriots undefeated streaks. What kind of score is that? 7-6. Talk about defense. Talk about boring. 1 touchdown, no pick. Gave up 5 sacks. And we just can't run with Quinshawn. Acosta, 6 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown. I think his dev trait should already be revealed. We had a sack and a half for Mason Graham. Schlesinger. Pick for Grant Delpit. He's been kind of quiet this season. Another injury. Oh, they're going to force me to bring another running back to the damn roster. They already know we can't run the ball this season, and they just want to take out all my running backs. Salute to the defense, though, being 8th in the league, while the other stats are just, or the other NFL rankings are just garbage. But we are at the bye week. We are going to look at the players that need renegotiating with their contracts. Denzel Ward is first up. I will bring him back. Give him whatever he wants. Boom. Get Denzel Ward back. JOK, we will wait. Jerry Jeudy, this is probably his final season. Mike Hall. With Mason Graham, we got DeForest Buckner. He is the 3rd guy, but he's still young, still got that depth trait. I would love to probably bring him back. Tevin Jenkins, we could probably move on from. Wyatt Teller probably going to retire. Isaiah Bond, we'll wait to see how he does. We might have to get 2 more receivers if we lose him and Jerry Jeudy. Sanders, we got Baker. Mason Graham, 5th-year option. So, Jack Conklin. May see a turnover on the offensive line and receivers. I think JOK, we can pay him. I think we have enough, so I'm going to keep him and Schlesinger. Yeah, so everybody else, maybe Mike Hall. Yeah, we'll wait on Mike Hall. We'll wait on Jerry Jeudy. Tevin Jenkins, Teller, Isaiah Bond. Yeah, and Jack Conklin. We'll wait on all of them. We'll upgrade the players, see if we have any dev traits revealed. Ben Acosta with 2 skill points. Let's try to make him a playmaker scheme. I see an X Factor logo. I see an X Factor logo. I see a X Factor logo. When you draft for need, good things happen. X Factor, 1st round pick, wide receiver. Let's go. Derrick Henry. Did he have his death trait revealed? He did not. Hope it's an X factor like the running back Derrick Henry. But we're hurt at running back. We can't run the ball. We're up and down, seesaw all season. But we're actually 3-3. Forgot that we won that last game against the Patriots. But see if we can win this game against the Raiders. They're only 2-5. We're at home. We have an X factor wide receiver that we're throwing the ball to now. That should help out Shador. And we win. 2 wins in a row. 20-16. All these games have been close outside of that Steelers game. 20-16. We finally run the ball. Must have got Jack Conklin back. Shador was not the reason that we won that game. It was Quinshawn Junkins doing it all because he's the only running back we have on the roster right now, or that we have active. Harold Fannin has been real quiet. Not even using the tight end. Forrest Buckner, 3 of 3 for the field goals, and we are 4 and 3, back over 500. Both our running backs still out. Thursday night primetime game against the Hawks. And we are on a 3-game winning streak, 17-10, very low scoring. But the defense not allowing a lot of points, a lot of passing yards for Shador. 371, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. We did get sacked 4 times. Quinshawn Acosta. It's like ever since his dev trait got revealed, he's playing like an X-Factor wide receiver 1. Harold Fannin, he heard what I was talking about when we weren't using him, and now we're using him. He gets a touchdown. And then Feliz giving up a couple of sacks. We had half a sack for Jerome Baker and Mike Hall Jr. We did miss a field goal. But we are at 5 and 3. Kansas City Chiefs. Another Thursday night game. This would be a big win on the road. Beat the Juggernaut Chiefs. (21-29). Wasn't Shador. Wasn't really the running game. Harold Fannin. It's just the fact that we played the Chiefs. That's what we're going to blame it on. Ronnie Hickman, he's been having a quiet season. New injury, Marlon Humphrey. Mock Draft 2 is available. I don't even think I looked at Mock Draft 1. Skipped right over it. But they have us taking an edge. We don't need an edge. Mock Draft 2. They have us taking, and we don't need edge. We're just giving up on Burton already. And I think what we're going to do for rush right, we're going to put Myles Garrett back on that side, and we're going to put Burton on his side. Did we get Isaiah Bond back? Yes, we do have Isaiah Bond back, so he is our wide receiver 3. He is going to be back in the slot. Dylan Sampson's back. And I'm way past the mid-season mark, so I need to upgrade the players. It is okay that Marlon Humphrey is out because we have Derrick Henry, whose dev trait should be revealed by now. You know, he's like our 4th, 5th corner. We love our 4 or 5 corners, and 14 more downs. So they hit us with 2 Thursday night games and now a Monday night game. At least we're getting, you know, exposure. We're getting the TV, getting the spotlight. In prime time, Shador, as he loses this game. 17-22. Really close. All the games have been close. And yeah, Shador did throw an interception. He is not really the reason why we're losing these games. We just cannot run the ball. Isaiah Bond comes back from injury. When he's available, he's producing. Just got to stay off the injured list, the injured reserve. Their kicker made all 5 field goals, and they needed all 5. Players keep stealing my practice squad players. We have the Ravens, who are 6 and 4. I was wondering how they were doing. It's gonna be a Derrick Henry revenge game, all right? Even though this is a different Derrick Henry at corner, and we lose to the Ravens 24. Man, this is so annoying that every game. Look at it, literally. Besides the Rams and the Steelers game, 3 points, 1 point, 3 points, 1 point, 4 points, touchdown, 8 points, 5 points, 3 points. Can't run the ball. Shador, at least he cut his picks down from 3 to 1 a game. Costa and Bond are just outplaying Jerry Jeudy. Tyson Campbell, Duhan. Every week we have a new injury. Every single week we have a new injury. Focus players that we're going to scout. We're going right after the quarterbacks. Boom, boom, boom. Bengals 9-2. Get Marlon Humphrey back from injury. And that was a big win against the Cincinnati Bengals. Big division win. We keep our playoff hopes alive. And 14 rushing yards allowed. Still wait for Quinshon Judkins to get over 100 rushing yards. And Acosta. At least now we're getting like the receiving yards that we should be getting for rushing yards. Darren Waller with another touchdown on the season. We got DeForest Buckner, Jerome Baker, Myles Garrett, Schlesinger, Schmidt making field goals. He's really accurate. We're 6-6. Another injury every. First, it went from Myles Garrett not producing the first year. Second year, kind of suspect. Do we trade Myles Garrett? And they hurt Jadeveon Clowney. We just have no pass rush right now. We have Alex Wright and Burton. And we're just going to leave it the way it is. We got the 4-8 Cardinals. I should have started Kyler Murray for this game. But you should know their playbook. Yeah, we're not going to win without Myles Garrett. We're not going to win without Myles Garrett. They did that on purpose. Madden knows what they be doing. They know what they be doing. And here goes the schedule thing. You know what? We're not even going to look at the game. I actually do want to see what happened though in that game. So we'll go to league schedule. (24-10). First game that's not close. Let me guess. Quinshon Judkins got hurt. Costa 100 yards receiving again. Alex Wright getting a sack, taking advantage of the Myles Garrett injury. We got the Ravens. We need this win. This will keep our season alive. Sucks that we don't have Myles Garrett. Yeah, and our season's about to be over. Got to back out of the franchise mode because it's doing a stupid schedule glitch. They need to fix that. And how can we fix this season? I'm not even going to look at that Ravens game. Once they hurt Myles Garrett, that was the writing on the wall. So we're not even going to waste any time. I mean, Kyler Murray's going to start the last two games. Cody Rush is top 5. He's 6'5", 225, top 5 out of Nebraska. Some big quarterbacks, man. Jarek Wright, 6'5", 229, Wisconsin. 6'4", 229, Cole Nolan out of Tennessee. And we're probably going to scout this other one down here. We're getting a quarterback this year. We are getting a quarterback this year. I ain't even look at the rest of this draft class. Top 5 edge rusher, huh? Max Reedy. Linebacker. Don't need any corners. Don't need any safeties. Don't need any kickers. Don't need any punters. Yeah, we're getting a quarterback. It's going to be Kyler Murray for the last 2 games. From 8-9 to 6-11. We could win this last game, but we would just mess up our draft order. Like, okay, so we tanked the rest of the season. 6-11. We had the 31st offense, 20 passing yards, 29th in rushing, 16th defense. This was just last in the division. Ravens won the division. Who got the number 1 seed? Number 1 seed goes to Houston. But looking at our stats, I don't even do the top players anymore. So you got Joe Burrow. Notice I haven't been doing that. Joe Burrow, Mac Jones, Patrick Mahomes, Jonathan Taylor, Amari Hampton, Saquon Barkley, Jamar Chase, Wandale, Puka, Crosby with 28 sacks, breaking the record. You got, should be Myles Garrett, Jeff Simmons, Josh Hines Allen, Christian Gonzalez, Paris Gray, and you see my boy Schlesinger. 2 tackles away from 3 seasons straight of 154. But Shador cut down on the interceptions. Can't get 30 touchdowns. 45 sacks from the O-line. Kyle Murray threw 5 touchdowns, 4 picks. He's not the answer either. Yeah, we need a quarterback. Running back, Quinshon Judkins, 5 touchdowns. I don't know what happened with the running game this year. He fumbled. Longest rush of the season was 10 yards. Fullback scored 2 touchdowns. Acosta almost 80 catches, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Longest pass of his season was 48. Isaiah Bond, I mean, if he didn't get injured, he probably could have got 1,000. Harold Fannin, quiet 700 yards receiving, and a quiet 67. Jerry Jeudy, 65, 6 and 4. That's not bad. Being our wide receiver 3 at that point. 3 touchdowns for Darren Waller. And then the O-line, this is going to be bad. I can already tell. Tevin Jenkins, out of here. Conklin, great. Feliz, sophomore slump. Taft, sophomore slump. Wyatt Teller, okay, don't retire. A lot of tackles from JOK and Schlesinger. That's why JOK got a bag. Tyson Campbell, he has been our best cornerback. Or I should say consistent corner. You got Grant Delpit, Denzel Ward, Ronnie Hickman. They all got picks. Forrest Buckner had a great year. Would love to bring him back. Mason Graham had a great year. Burton is looking like a bust. So maybe that mock draft knew what they were talking about when they had us projected to take left edge. Marlon Humphrey with 4 picks. Money well spent on him and DeForest Buckner. If this was the CPU or AI controlling the Browns with Myles Garrett, he would have had 100 sacks in 2 seasons. Now, I know he was injured last 4 or 5 games, but come on now. 3.5, 13.5, that's what, 17? And then the 8, 25 sacks. 25 sacks in 3 seasons. He should be able to get that in 1. It knows what it's doing. Forrest Buckner leading the team in sacks. Marlon Humphrey. The 2 free agent signings leading the team in sacks and interceptions. The rest of the team should be ashamed. JOK with the most deflections. Forced fumbles, 2 for JOK, 2 for Marlon Humphrey, 1 for Tyson Campbell, 1 for Hickman, 1 for Baker, 1 for Duhan, 1 for Buckner, 1 for Burton. We had a block by DeForest Buckner. We had no safeties, no defensive touchdowns. Kicking, 2 extra pointers missed because they were both blocked. One was with 57. He only missed 1. Please give him Kicker of the Year award. Give him Kicker of the Year award again. Did we have... I thought that said 1 punt inside the 20. No kick return touchdowns, no punt return touchdowns. Because when do we ever get any special teams touchdowns? Joe Burrow, MVP, it's automatic. Coach of the Year, Brian Daboll, it's automatic. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Jonathan Taylor. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. He broke the sack record. DeForest Buckner at number 10. Offensive Rookie goes to Ben Acosta. He's already an X Factor. But he was the best rookie of that draft. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to TJ Frazier of the Raiders. No Browns. Best quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can't wait to get a quarterback on the list for the Browns. Jonathan Taylor, best running back. Receiver goes to Jamar Chase. Acosta at 6. O-lineman goes to Michael Winu. D-lineman is going to go to Crosby. We got DeForest Buckner at 9. Best linebacker, Cedric Gray. I think I saw Browns. Schlesinger at number 4. DB goes to Christian Gonzalez. We got Tyson Campbell at 6. Marlon Humphrey at 3. Both of them outplaying Denzel Ward. Best kicker, Schmidt. This is the second time that he has won the award. Best kicker in the league. He's going to go to Superstar Dev. That is crazy work. Kickers matter. Mock Draft 3 is available. We know what we're taking. We're picking the top of the draft. Of course we're not. What? How are we picking at number 10? How are we picking at number 10? We're trading up. We're trading up. We're trading up. We can still get a quarterback at 10, but I'm trading up. We messed up the first time not doing it, and you seen what the Cardinals did with their quarterback. Where are they even picking? We're trading up. We're trading up.
We're trading up.
See if they have any Pro Bowlers. Receiver, I think our rookie got snubbed. I think Harold Fannin snubbed. It's crazy not seeing Myles Garrett's name on there. DeForest Buckner is going to make it. Schlesinger is going to make it. So that's 2. Tyson Campbell makes 3. Curtis Samuel makes 4. So 4 Pro Bowlers for the Cleveland Browns. Not going to call them the Brownies anymore until they start winning some games, because we love Brownies, right? We don't love the Browns and the way they're playing right now. Ben Acosta with 4 skill points. We're going to put deep threat. He's an X Factor already. He's the Offensive Rookie of the Year. And he is developing at a rapid pace. We fixed the wide receiver position. We focused on that last season. Now we need to fix the other weakness on this offense, which is the quarterback position. We're not even going to entertain putting those 2 skill points on Shador. Now, Derrick Henry, what is his depth trait? It's not X Factor. Star. All right, so auto upgrade everybody. Get to the Super Bowl. It will be between the Eagles and Ravens. We will be rooting for the Eagles, even though the Ravens are representing the AFC North. Well, they're not representing us. They're representing themselves. Mock Draft 4 is available, and we got to get that quarterback. I know we can get the Jarek Wright guy at 8. I mean, as long as we get a quarterback, right, we don't necessarily have to get the top 5 quarterback. I mean, 6'5", strong arm at number 8. I guess it just depends on preference. They're all big. They all got an arm. But season recap, the Ravens win the Super Bowl. That's what we have to deal with. Lamar's your Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow, that's what we have to deal with, right? NFL MVP, Brian Daboll, Jonathan Taylor, Max Crosby, Ben Akoska. You see a wide receiver, offensive rookie of the year, and then Nick Miller, Mike linebacker for the Cowboys. Any retirements? Now, I think Wyatt Teller could be a candidate for retirement. I think Jack Conklin. I was going to bring Darren Waller back. Curtis Samuel made the Pro Bowl. DeForest Buckner, I was going to re-sign. Jack Conklin hurts our right side of the offensive line. Just gut punching us. But due to those retirements, especially DeForest Buckner, that gives us some money, to re-sign some players. So I think Mike Hall Jr. is a no-brainer bringing back. Mason Graham, I'm going to decline the option because I want to just pay him right away. So we're going to reject him. Jerry Jeudy can go. Mike Hall, though, makes it important to bring him back now that DeForest Buckner has retired on us. I ain't gonna cap. We may have to bring back Tevin Jenkins. We lost Conklin. Right? We have Wyatt Teller, who's really important to this team. When he goes down, we can't run the ball at all, and he wants to play for a new team next year. Tevin Jenkins played terrible. We got to retool this whole offensive line. I do want Bond back. Give him a 3-year deal. We just have to replace Jerry Jeudy. Sanders, no. Harden, no. Baker, I think we can get another linebacker. How much is the franchise tag on Wyatt Teller? $24 million. We have the cap, but I can get him. I can get him back at a cheaper price than that. We re-signed him year 1 in free agency. We'll let him test the market. That's why we're chasing the Super Bowl ring. So I mean, Kyler Murray, we could cut and save this money. We did trade for him, so I kind of do want to keep him at least as like a backup option. But Shador, we will put on the trading block. Quinshon Judkins, Dylan Sampson. So we do need at least one wide receiver. We have Holiday. We have Part. So if we can bring Wyatt Teller back, we really just need tackle. Burton. Probably need one. I mean, we got a lot of depth at D tackle, so we really don't need a third. We do need a Sam linebacker. And we're stacked at corner. We are really good at corner, really good at safety. Did Schmidt get superstar dev? Rob. Finesse. They hit a lick on us. How does he not get superstar dev? He got the star dev in the first place from winning kicker of the year the first time. He wins it again, and you're like, nope, you're just stuck on star. So, not fair. Jahmyr Gibbs, free agent. He's seen him there before. Dylan Gabriel is back as a free agent, not going after you this time. Receiver. Jerry Jeudy, of course, he's the best wide receiver available. Chris Godwin. We just need like a good one. I mean, he would be good in the slot. Nobody is interested in coming to Cleveland besides Christian Kirk, Jahan Dotson, John Mechie, Treylon Burks. So no receivers. We do need a right. Joe Alt is available. I could move him over to right tackle. Ronnie Stanley, still another Raven. There's Dominic Pooney, Jackson Powers Johnson, Wyatt Teller, and Colton McKivitz. I think we're going to draft right tackle. I think we're going to go back for Wyatt Teller. He's really important to this team. No tackle, no wide receiver. There is a Rashawn Gary here if we decide to give up on Burton. But I don't think I am. We spent a lot of money in free agency last season, so I don't think we're going to do that again this season. I could get Joey Bosa. He did play for Ohio State, but he doesn't care about playing close to home. So wouldn't be a good move, wouldn't be a smart move. Sam linebacker, there's Malcolm Rodriguez, 29 years old. He does have superstar dev, but I think I'd rather draft Edgerrin Cooper, superstar dev. We could move him to Sam linebacker, but I think we're gonna draft one. Don't need any corners, so I think we just bring Wyatt Teller back. Joe Alt though. The only other name I see is like, bring Jerry Jeudy back. He didn't play that bad. One more year. One more year, Jerry Jeudy. One more year. Actually, no, I don't want him back. We'll just go Wyatt Teller. And on the third time, it's a charm. He signs, he gives in. So losing DeForest Buckner, losing Jack Conklin, we're losing two important players in the trenches. Mock Draft 5 is available. Yeah, the quarterbacks. And there goes the Cowboys. You know what, Cowboys? I'm going to find a quarterback for you because I was looking in the Jarek, right? If we didn't get Cody Rush, now we got to trade up and decide which one we want. Nolan, look, Seattle would take Nolan right before us, and then we'd be left with the worst of all of them. Dave Reynolds, Scrambler, Sea Awareness. Nah, we're getting the top quarterback. Nothing's gonna stop us from getting the top quarterback. Scout the college players. So we know what Cody Rush, great strength, elite throw power. He's not good at play action. He's not good at throwing on the run. Nolan, elite acceleration with elite throw power, elite change of direction, great strength, and he's a scrambler. That throw power, but round 2 to 3 talent. Yeah, Cody Rush actually doesn't seem all that. I mean, I think I like Cole Nolan. He does have like the round 2 to 3 issue. When you look at him, elite acceleration, change of direction, great strength, and elite throw power. He's probably the most balanced quarterback. Hmm. I think I like Cole Nolan. Um, Receiver could get another deep threat. Casey Sharp could get a physical wide receiver. Ran a 4.46 with elite strength and Eric St. Louis. Get Middlebrooks, deep threat with elite speed, elite agility. We do need a tackle. So Eddie Kendrick, 6'8". Like the size. Another A down here, 6'7". Agility, but he can't run block. Don't really need a guard. But he can pass block. Let's put him on there for now. We don't need a center. We do need another guard. And there's these tackles. Now we do need a tackle. There is some top fives. He's not a great athlete though. Got a round 1 with elite change of direction. And a round 3 to 4. Elite agility. Some great pass protectors in this draft. That's really all I'm seeing. It's great pass protector. Edge. Elite acceleration, huh? B finesse moves. So really one-dimensional. Right edge. Power rusher. He's just solid. There was another one. D tackle. We do need a Sam linebacker. But we need one that can tackle. I don't like drafting linebackers that cannot tackle. But we really need to find out which quarterback is going to work for us. I think Cole Nolan, the 6'4" scrambler with elite throw power, elite acceleration, that round 2 to 3, I'm not buying that. Because when you look at Cody Rush, yes, he has the A's with all the accuracy, the strong arm, elite throw power. But that's really all he's good at. Like, he can't play action. not that great at throwing on the run. Yeah, I think he's a fraud as a top 5. Elite strength, elite throw power. Jarek Wright has the biggest arm. If Nolan Seattle. We have to move up one spot. We either move up one spot to take Nolan at 7, or we move all the way up to number 1 to take Cody Rush. Or trade with the Cowboys. I think we're going to do the receivers though, because there really was no other like position we were looking at. So we'll do the receivers, advance the week to the draft. Don't care about the free agency recap. We weren't that active. Just bringing back Wyatt Teller. Round 1, round 2, round 2 to 3. And this might just be a weak draft class because these round 2 to 3 talent players are actually not that bad. It just might be a low-rated draft class. And I think what we're going to do with Shador, have a team in mind that I want to trade him to, which will be the Dallas Cowboys. Look who's over there, Dylan Gabriel. This is so funny. We're going to trade up pick 2. We'll give them our first round pick. Wait a minute. Who is on the Jets? They have a star depth quarterback. Like, come on. But we're going to screw Dylan Gabriel over just because he left us after year 1. So trade up with the Cowboys, give us that first round pick. And if we can just give them a future 3rd, we take a future 2nd. Will they take? I could give them a first round pick next year or in 2030. Boom. Shador Sanders, 2 first round picks to the Cowboys. We get pick 2 in the draft. So, and then I could flip with the Jets. I could flip pick 2 and next year's pick for pick 1. I'm undecided. I know that Cody Rush is a top 5. I know he's top 5 talent. But I just think this is a draft class that may not be that strong. And the rounds 2 and 3 will not be that far off from the top 5 rounds 1 to 2 talents. I just don't. And if my guess is true, I think we test it. Because I like Cole Nolan. B play action, A trucking. I think I might like Jarek Wright a little bit better. He is the biggest quarterback. Oh man, this is tough. All right, short, medium, deep, throw on the run, throw on the pressure, break sack. Yeah. I like Cole Nolan, bro. Let's start the draft.
Welcome.
We know who the Jets are taking. And we're about to change the whole draft. Now, there's a top 5 right tackle who we could take. There's an edge, top 5, who I didn't even look at. I forgot I was picking in the top 5, and I could just go with a different position. But we already invested the first round in Burton. It's down to Nolan and Wright. Wright is bigger, stronger, round 1 to 2 talent. But Cole Nolan is the most balanced. They're about even. I didn't even look at Dave Reynolds, who might be even more balanced than the other two. But he has the C awareness. Nolan, Wright. I feel like I'm gonna have to go with the talent, man. I feel like I'm gonna have to go with the talent, man. If the Cowboys were picking, we're gonna make it make sense. The Cowboys were gonna pick Jarrett Wright at number 2. We traded up to that spot, gave them Shador. He has the better. I'm going Jarrett Wright. .33, and we got him at number 2. Excellent deep accuracy, maintains accuracy when throwing on the run, lack zip, fit to tight windows, hidden dev. That's all I wanted to see. That's all I wanted to see. So now with our second round pick, all the other quarterbacks went, so that makes me feel a little bit better. There's a running back here, Manny Corona, fullback, A run block, A trucking, A stiff arm, B pass blocking. He can run and block. We may have finally found a fullback. Receiver. Right at 4.35. He's really fast, but he sucks. So no receivers. No left tackle. No guard. No center. There is a right guard, Anthony Griffin, but we don't need a guard. We do have Wyatt Teller. We need tackle. Barnett. Elite agility. No edge. Could get a D tackle to replace DeForest Buckner. Could go linebacker. Gonna go with Ben Roman, Mike linebacker. See if we can move him outside to Sam. Hidden Dev, let's go. Replaces Jerome Baker. And then with our 3rd round pick, we need to hit on this because I don't think we have a 4th round pick. Tackle. Could go Callaway, elite agility, A awareness. He can't run block, but he has the A awareness. Wait a minute, hold on here. Bruh has A awareness, A pass block, B run block, C run block finesse, A to C pass block finesse, but he's 6'3", you won't be able to really play him out at tackle. A awareness, B lead block, B pass block, C pass block finesse. Which tackle do we take? I don't know. Take the one with the elite. I don't like the F's. But we'll go Keegan Callaway. 253. We got him at 72, but I'll take the hidden dev. We are 3 for 3 hidden dev. Where's my crown? We just blonde picking right now with no vision. Fifth round pick. Don't even know what we need. Could go running back. We had injuries. We couldn't run the ball. So Emmett Young, we're going to take him. 41, we got him at 136. I thought it was going to be hidden. Thought he was going to go 4 for 4. But should have a good rating. We need some help in that running back room. And I can't think of any other position that we need. We got safeties. We're deep at corner. We got our linebacker. We got D tackles. Could go edge. If there was an edge, we could go edge. Elite jumping. I think we're going to go with Eric Santiago. Did we get a receiver, though? We did not get a receiver. Great strength, A break tackle, B release. We're going to go Deshaun Hodges. 132, we got him at 168. Really wanting to see hidden dev. And then the last pick will be an edge or that fullback. Probably should have took that fullback right there. But if he's still available in the 7th round, we're going to draft a fullback every year until we find one. And of course the game took him because I had key tip. If you like a player, take them off the list. You should know where they are on the board. You should know who you're drafting. Take them off the list because if you add them to the list, it's like the other teams are spying on you and they will come in there and snatch that player up. Should have left them off the list. Where's the elite? They took him. So no edge rushers left. We lost Darren Waller to retirement. Karma Smith, tight end, 156, got him at 200. So that'll end the draft. But I think we did good, especially on the first 3 picks, all being hidden dev. I know it's not about dev traits, but dev traits, they still matter. I mean, 74 quarterback, traded up number 2. Jarek Wright was the biggest quarterback. See the 95 throw power, and I think we finally got our franchise quarterback. Ben Roman, going to move him to Sam linebacker. Rookie out of Tennessee, hidden dev. He will come in and replace Jerome Baker. He will be a 3-headed monster, 3-headed goat with JOK and Carson Schlesinger. I think he actually just went up a couple of points. The tackle, 65 overall. But he's going to play. Hidden dev, though. So they looked out for us with the dev trait. And then 73 running back, normal dev, 67 wide receiver, normal, and then 67 tight end. So not a bad draft. I do want to see that quarterback. And Cody Rush was an 80. Yep. The fullback was a 78, and he went in the 2nd round. And of course, he went to the Bengals. Where are the other quarterbacks? It'd just be easier if I do this. Clay Moreland was a 72, hidden. Mind you, we got a 74 hidden. Nolan was a 73, hidden. And Reynolds was a 74, hidden. So they were all hidden. Round 74. Of course, Cody Rush was an 80, so we couldn't have gone wrong, with the picks. So, not mad about it. Not mad. Reedy was a 76. He was a normal. So I would have been pretty pissed off if I went with the edge. And then Victor Santos was hidden, 74. So, I mean, we got a quarterback. No more Shedeur Sanders. Didn't get the best quarterback overall wise, but you saw what we did last season when we needed to address receiver. We fixed it, and now we have a young X Factor wide receiver 1. Will we do the same? Fixing the quarterback position and get our quarterback 1, but still no playoffs for the Browns. So that will be the focus next season. Better quarterback play, getting back to running the ball, getting back to playing top 5 defense, and clinching a playoff berth. That'll wrap it up for part 3 here in the Madden 26 Cleveland Browns realistic rebuild. Stay tuned for part 4.